So thanks for coming, guys. And I invited you here to talk about basically the impact of the Align and Thrive habits and how they've changed your life. And I know they've certainly changed mine, which is why I teach them. And sometimes I have a hard time describing what happens because I'm like, you sleep better, you're going to have a healthier diet, you're going to start exercising and moving your body every day and meditating and taking better care of yourself, and you'll have more patience and you'll feel more grounded and it just feels almost like too good to be true, honestly. And feel like, yeah, whatever. And it's just kind of hard to describe and hard to explain. So I have seen you guys transformed by the habit so much, and I've seen just like you guys have blown me away with like the progress you've made and continue to make, which is the best part, because I think they do compound over time. They just get better and better, and we get better and better. And that's why I call this becoming superhuman, because I really feel that, like I kind of feel like I get these superhuman abilities through doing these habits year after year, and I just start to feel like I'm capable of everything. And that was the big transformation for me personally, was feeling like I really got control over my life, and I really started to feel like, yeah, I can really do whatever I want to do and whatever I put my mind to. And I didn't really have that conviction in my life before, or that sense of direction that I do. So the whole Superhuman, it's inspired by the Yoga Sutras, the third book specifically. And one of my favorite sutras is yoga makes the impossible possible. So I've seen you guys, and I often hear this, is like, I never thought it was possible to wake up in the morning and, early and do my yoga practice and meditate every morning. And I didn't think it was possible to finally sleep through the night after having insomnia my whole life. And so this is about, showing how the impossible is possible when we commit to these habits and when we adopt these habits of yoga and Ayurveda. So yeah, I want to hear how they have transformed your life, like how things have changed. So maybe I'll just call on you guys. So Lauren, if you want to start.
Sure.
Spotlight
Just
on
dive
you.
right in. Let's see. I find my eating habits prior to the course were very all over the place. Like I never really thought about meal times or eating really heavy at nighttime. I never realized how much it was impacting my digestion and everything like that. So that's been huge, especially with like fast food, just eating on the go. So I'm finding I'm learning how to like what to eat as well as when to eat, like structured meal times, which is helping so much, and how to eating more calmly, like setting time aside to just like eat my meals instead of just racing out of the door, or eating, like my favorite would be bagels at Tim Hortons, and eating bagels as I'm driving. Like that was totally like my favorite thing to do. So I'm finding I'm enjoying my food that I'm eating now, as well as not having as many cravings as I was before either, which is really cool. Okay. Like I can wait until the next meal before I'm like ready to eat again.
Yeah.
Just being like, so that has been like the biggest change, is just the meal times, what I'm eating.
Yeah.
My energy levels are really a lot more stable.
Cool.
I don't hit that afternoon like lull.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And actually,
you look great. You look so great, Lauren.
Aw, thanks, Grace.
I actually wanted to, so I was looking, I actually dusted off my Yoga Sutras book after over 11 years from my teacher training. And I was reading about, the third book, which is all about the cities, the superpowers of yogis. And so I wrote them down, a few of these. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Click, got that one. So one is the fulfillment of any desire. There's unlocking your highest potential and awakening your true self on every level, mind, body, spirit, and beyond, which is foundational for any of the more advanced practices that lead to the development of superhuman intelligence and other extraordinary abilities. Loving kindness in all, extraordinary strength mentally, physically, and spiritually, knowledge of the composition and coordination of bodily energies, which may be interpreted as, did you guys hear that? Is that coming through?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can hear you.
Okay, because it was sounding weird for a sec. Exceptional stability, balance, and health. Intuition, this is my favorite one. Blazing radiance.
Nice one.
Which can be interpreted in several ways. That's possession of exceptional charisma, or as exceptional control of bodily energies, an exceptional form of body-mind control. And the last one is perfection of the body. So that's what they mean when they say superpowers of yogis. So Grace, do you want to share?
Yeah, sure. I was driving home and trying to remember like exactly when it was or what the date was when I took your course. And so I ripped in the door and I scrolled through my Facebook messages and I found the message. And so I wrote to you on the 6th of April in 2015. So we're coming up on our 2-year Align and Thrive anniversary.
Cool.
And I was so nervous to do this, and I mean, I don't get nervous very often anymore, but there's a lot of emotion here because like I probably owe you my life.
Well.
I was diagnosed with bipolar depression when I was 12, and I don't remember a time when I woke up in the morning and was like, heck yes. Like I want to get out of bed. And I am so excited to tell you that I've been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning with no hitting of snooze and no, like, I can't wait to go back to bed. I don't nap anymore. I mean,
that's huge.
My life is unrecognizable. I'm now down 55 pounds.
Wow.
I put on Gail's jeans yesterday. I never thought it was possible to feel the way that I feel. I mean, to go through, I'm being off my medication. I quit my job. I'm now doing what I want to do. My studio is going really well. I'm teaching yoga, and it's good. My confidence level, I've never had the confidence that I have now. I've never had the mental clarity. Like when you talk superhuman, like powers, all of that. And so I was pretty sick and I was pretty lost when I wrote to you that day on the 6th of April. I'd lost my dad to cancer, and I was, I reached out to you because I have, since the moment I met you, I have trusted you and I have had a level of respect for you that you absolutely know what you're doing. And I needed someone who was going to be loving but firm, and there were times where you called me on my own BS and you were like, you're not doing this. Why are you not doing this? What's going on? And were really able to help me like get in touch with a lot of the reasons I wasn't able to do some of the habits initially was because like I didn't have that love for myself. And I felt that, I temporarily borrowed it from you during the course and able to, in order to, and then the first time I went through it, it was, I didn't do all the habits. I skipped plant-based diet. I was like terrified of some of them, but those first 3, helped heal my depression. I attribute earlier, lighter dinner and like early to bed to like deep restful sleep that I was not getting, and being able to like heal my body and want to wake up in the morning and want to live my life. And so I could go on forever, but I won't.
Oh, that's awesome. You look amazing. And your transformation just blows me away because I see all that. I see that you have totally stepped into your potential and you are just like an inspiration for so many people. And it's so powerful. And I'm so glad that you're sharing that because it's profound.
Yeah, and it all started honestly like being your yoga student and then being able to take your course, and so pleased to say that I was part of your pilot.
Yeah.
That I was like in that first group, and I wasn't even there in person. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys were all there in person, and I
And
was
speakerphone.
calling in and trying to listen back. And I mean, like, just half-assing it a lot of the time, but I just got so much out of it. And I mean, like, infinite gratitude. I could never thank you enough, and my family and my students now. And you know, you very dear to me, Donna.
Well, thank you, Grace. That means a lot to me. I'm touched. Thanks. Erica, do you want to share?
Grace just shared so much that it probably brought all of us like tears to our eyes. It's so like hard to follow you, Grace. But I think I can share in sort of maybe what everyone has experienced is just sort of like the sense before I took the course, and I've taken it twice, before I took the course, just sort of like the sense that like I was just floating through space and time. And there would be times of like strength in my life where I would feel connected, and then times where I would feel very lost and I didn't know like how to find myself. And I think when we feel lost and life is busy, we like try to fill that floatingness to try to ground ourselves with like so many random things like food, like staying up late, because you know there's this like sort of romantic time in the evening, and we've talked about it in the course, where it's like you feel like you're connecting with yourself, but you're not connecting necessarily. You never get that opportunity to connect to like your highest self when you're seeking like an instant gratification or something that isn't like aligning you in the direction of your dreams. And so I really like wanted to take the course because I remember feeling so strongly like I want to be the person I want to be now, like not in 10 years, like I don't want to wake up one day and then like then my life will be perfect. Like I want to work on this stuff now. And I think, you know, definitely like some of the habits have like created a sense of like groundedness and a sense of purpose, and I've created a lot of space in my life, like particularly like having green smoothies every morning has created space in my life where I don't get sick. Like I don't, like I can't believe it that I'm like, I don't get sick. Superhuman. And especially like that daily dose of ginger and turmeric, and having that plant-based diet, like even if I am spread thin and I'm a teacher now and work in schools, like I have plenty of opportunity to get sick and I just don't, is like that creates amazing space in my life. And those early mornings create space. So not only do like the habits create space, but I think the act of completing those habits every day sort of is a way of like acknowledging oneself. So my life isn't perfect, and there's still so much that I want to work on in terms of our habits with this course, and I'm constantly sort of like self-checking on myself. But it's almost like a warm hug to myself every day, like look at the great things that you're doing. And I think giving myself that like sense of nurturing every single day has really helped to create space in my life to be very like patient with the world around me, and to see like the good in the world around me, and to be inspired by the world around me. And even though there may still be times in my life where I have like moments of feeling lost, I have immediately like a place to go to like be with myself, so that I don't feel that sense of loneliness, so that I do feel like, okay, I have a plan of attack to like deal with how I may be feeling sort of like off balance, and it's to connect with those habits. So like most recently I've talked with you, Donna, like I've moved, I've started at a new career, just finished like a degree, and there's so many new demands in my life, and I have these habits like every day that are like my non-negotiables that I can turn to, and they set me up for success. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's really powerful. I love that warm hug.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So true.
Yeah, it's hard to find the words to talk about, like, just how, like, nurturing, like, it's like a rub on the back or something that's like someone saying to me, like, it's gonna be okay, except for it's like I'm saying it to myself.
Yeah exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love
Mm-hmm.
that. That's awesome. Thank you. Judy, how about you?
Oh, well, huge. I remember it was a year ago nearly at the last wellness symposium at the school district that I did the Align and Thrive, and that was eye-popping too, because I guess I've reinvented myself a few times over in my life.
Yeah.
From school to work and then children, which encompassed basically the last 12 years were just intensive on my own raising them, and I always put myself last, and I was always trying to please people all the time, and I really, when I look back at it, abused my own self a lot, like just let everything go and was just kids, everything else. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do this. Even when I really, truly didn't want it. And I think it built up a lot of resentment in me.
Yeah.
And it's given me the time to just think through those things and realize that the more I care about me, the better everything else gets around me.
Yeah.
The more patience I have for my children, the more time I make for myself, it seems I have more time to do things for other people, and I just want to give and love more. And the slowing down in the morning and getting up, I was always kind of an early riser because of my jobs and the kids and things, but I do sleep better, and I wake up an hour now easily before I go to work at 6, and I meditate for half an hour, and I have my little routine, and I just feel like a brand new person every day with a lot more to give to the world around me. Now that I'm actually caring for myself, and that I can't say it always goes perfect every day or weeks at a time, but the habits are there, and I know that because I've followed them diligently, sometimes how much better I feel.
Yeah.
And I self-sabotage sometimes when I'm feeling down.
Yeah.
And I think that's the learning curve, and then just taking the time to breathe. And I pick up new things all the time, even onto the Empowered Living course.
Yeah.
And you sent me in so many directions where I just feel like acquiring more knowledge and how to deal with these things and how to feed and fuel my body better. And I de-plasticked my house today. You wouldn't believe it. Just because I've been reading clean and all the guessing.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 huge bags of like Tupperware and everything that I so it's just a whole, and it felt so freeing and so good.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing about all the habits is like you can go, oh, but then when you actually try them in little baby steps and you do them, you start feeling so much better.
Yeah.
And so you have a whole new I have a whole new consciousness and awareness of respecting myself and knowing how much more I can give out there.
Yeah.
Where I want to go, and taking time to set goals.
Yeah.
Things done, and not, it feels that my hamster wheel slowed down, but I'm getting much more done.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. Yeah.
I'm all happier about it.
Yeah.
Because when I'm giving now, I give out of love, not out of feeling that I have to do it, or that, if somebody asks me something, I'm like, yes, I'd really like to do that or help you with that. There's no after feeling. It's just a feeling of love, and I want to help people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm pushed, I can't, I'm too busy. And I won't say that anymore. I don't say I'm too busy anymore.
Yeah. I know.
I just
out of the vocabulary. Yeah.
I create time.
Yeah.
And I can also say no now.
That's huge. Setting boundaries.
Yeah. So. It's all come through the awareness and the learning and the trying and experimenting, and you're amazing because you're positive, and it's like, even when you think, oh, I've slid down, you're like, well, just little baby steps forward. Once you know it works, that even if you do slide, you just kind of step back on.
Exactly.
And it gives you the self-confidence and the, like, I'm going to try anything. Pointed in the right direction. Like, I'm thinking, this makes sense. I can do this.
Right.
Whereas before it was way back here, like, I could never do that. right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's big, is recognizing that you have control. Like you can create time, you can do something that you want to do, that you want to try. It's possible. And like that trust and confidence in yourself that you have the ability.
A lot to put it there. Huge.
Aw.
To you, because it's
I couldn't. Yeah.
I feel much better now.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so grateful to you guys. I couldn't do what I do without people to help to serve. So yeah, and we really are. There's a momentum that's created, and it does just continue to get better and better and better when we, as being part of the community and continuing to connect with each other and to work on these habits. It's really infinite possibilities, and making the impossible possible and expanding our capacity to really fulfill our desires and reach our potential and do what we set out to do. So thank you guys so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. So much love to all of you.
Yes. Right
No,
back.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, so grateful.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.